Today, we are jumping headfirst into the absolutely thrilling setup of Dan Brown's The Lost Symbol. We're going to break down how this incredibly high-stakes mystery gets started in the very heart of Washington, D.C., kicking off with a secret that really blurs the line between what's real and what's fiction.
You know, the story doesn't even open with fiction. It kicks off with a stated fact that just immediately makes you question everything. A secret document, a reference to an ancient portal, and this one cryptic phrase. It's buried out there somewhere. Right from page 1, you're thrown into this feeling of a real-world conspiracy.
So for this explainer, we are pulling directly from the first few chapters of the book. We're going to see exactly how this intricate web of deception is spun around our hero. We'll meet a villain who is just truly terrifying, and we'll uncover the shocking moment that sets this entire plot on fire.
All right, so our story gets going with a very mysterious summons. It's this unexpected call to adventure for our main guy, the brilliant Harvard symbologist Robert Langdon.
So let's meet Robert Langdon. He's a Harvard professor, and when it comes to symbols, nobody knows more. I mean, this is the guy you call when you find some bizarre icon or you need to figure out a piece of ancient history. And today, well, he's about to get a very, very important call.
The call comes from the assistant of his mentor, a man named Peter Solomon, a super powerful guy, a philanthropist who runs the Smithsonian. And the request is urgent. Langdon needs to get on a plane to Washington, D.C., like right now, to give a keynote speech at the U.S. Capitol.
And right here, this is where the trap is laid. Langdon thinks he's heading to this prestigious event, a huge honor from a dear friend. But the truth is so much darker. The whole invitation, from the private jet they send for him to the car waiting on the tarmac, it's all one big, carefully planned lie. So as Langdon is flying toward D.C., completely clueless, the architect of this whole deception is putting the final touches on his plan. It's time to meet the bad guy.
Our villain calls himself Malakach, and he thinks of his own body as a work of art. This one quote tells you everything you need to know about his mindset. He's not just some killer. He's an artist who is totally obsessed with transformation, and he sees his horrifying actions as part of some grand, sacred design.
And this is the architect of all the chaos. He's a huge guy, physically imposing, and he's covered from head to toe in these symbolic tattoos. He's even managed to infiltrate the highest ranks of the Freemasons, and he has one single goal: find an ancient portal he's convinced is hidden somewhere in the city. And to do that, he needs Robert Langdon.
Okay, so before the trap is actually sprung, the story introduces us to two secret worlds that are operating just under the surface of Washington, D.C. One is ancient, and the other is incredibly futuristic.
First, you've got the world of the Freemasons. Peter Solomon, Langdon's mentor, is a high-ranking Mason, and the Brotherhood's history is literally built into the architecture of the Capitol. But here's the key idea that Langdon points out. It's not a secret society, it's a society with secrets. Big difference. Then, on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, you have this futuristic world. Peter's sister, Katherine Solomon, is a brilliant scientist working in a field called Noetic science. And it's this mind-blowing idea that our thoughts, our consciousness, can have a direct, measurable effect on the physical world around us.
And Katherine isn't just theorizing about this stuff. Oh no. In a secret lab, she has produced actual, stunning proof. Her experiments are showing that focused human thought can change the structure of ice crystals. It can alter how cells divide. It can even influence random events. This research could literally change the world, and it's a secret she and her brother are trying desperately to protect.
And now, all the pieces start clicking into place. Langdon, thinking he's just minutes away from giving a speech, arrives at the U.S. Capitol.
Man, you can just feel the tension ratchet up here. Langdon gets there, he's rushing to be on time. He walks into the incredible statuary hall and finds absolutely no one. The place is empty. And that feeling of dread starts to creep in just as his phone rings, confirming his worst fears. The second the call ends, screams erupt from the heart of the Capitol building.
This is the moment it all comes crashing down. The voice on the phone isn't Peter Solomon's assistant. It's Malak. And he makes it crystal clear that Langdon is no guest lecturer. He's a pawn who has been brought here for a very, very specific purpose.
Langdon races toward the screams, heading into the Grand Rotunda, where Malak has left the centerpiece of his twisted little trap. And what he finds there, well, it changes everything in an instant.
What Langdon discovers isn't just some gruesome threat. No,
It's a carefully constructed, deeply symbolic, and ancient summons.
Right there, in the dead center of the room, he finds a severed right hand. He recognizes it immediately. It belongs to his mentor, Peter Solomon. It's been placed on a small wooden stand, pointing up to the ceiling, marked with these tiny, symbolic tattoos, and Peter's very distinct, high-level Masonic ring. This is a message, and it's been encoded in the most horrific way you can imagine.
And Langdon, of course, recognizes the symbol instantly. This isn't just random violence. The hand, with its specific markings and the way it's positioned, is a recreation of a powerful ancient icon. The Hand of the Mysteries. It's meant to be a sacred invitation, a summons to unlock some profound hidden knowledge.
So here's the bottom line. Langdon has been challenged. He's been sent this absolutely terrifying invitation to find a hidden portal, and his friend's life is hanging in the balance. Which leaves us with the one question that's going to drive this whole story. Can he decode the symbols and solve this puzzle before it's too late?